An Engen gas attendant emerged as a hero after rescuing passengers in a taxi that caught fire. As people were fleeing from the burning taxi, Abdullah James ran to try to open the jammed doors. He also rushed to get a fire extinguisher to put out the fire. The gas man who rescued passengers trapped in a burning taxi right next to the gas pumps emerged as a hero. After making sure everyone was safe, 35-year-old Abdullah James rushed to get a fire extinguisher and put out the flames before they spread. Everything happened so fast that my first thought was to save people from being burned, James said of the March 31st incident at the Engen Bramley gas station in Johannesburg. The taxi had just filled up and burst into flames as it prepared to depart. Watch a 3 million Mercedes-Benz bursts into flames in Cape Town in footage reflected on the gas station's CCTV cameras. It is seen that people frantically tried to get out of taxi, which seems to have locked doors. The occupants in back rushed out first, while others smashed window of taxi, leaving broken windows everywhere. As some people fled, James, busy helping a customer 2 pumps away, was seen rushing to burning taxi to rescue the screaming people trapped inside as smoke quickly swept around. I heard a woman shouting inside the taxi asking for help. So I rushed to open the door to get her and the others out, he said. James can be seen in the video frantically trying to open the taxi door, which appears to be stuck. Speaking to News 24, Ollie said that while trying to open door, people in the taxi jumped out of window. I had a hard time opening the door on my first try, but I didn't give up. I then managed open door and quickly rushed to get the extinguisher stop fire, James added. He said he quickly extinguished fire after taking the fire extinguisher and was relieved to see that everyone got out of taxi and no one was burned. Seeing that I put out the fire, my colleagues came to help with another fire extinguisher. I'm glad to see no one caught fire. It would be horrible to experience that. James said he and his colleagues provided first aid to the injured while they waited for the ambulance to arrive. Photo Abdullah James. Photo by Abdullah James. Fortunately, not many were seriously injured except for 2. He added that it is necessary for gas stations and all businesses to ensure that their employees receive safety training. Every year we get safety training where we are trained in firefighting. This training has paid off because I was able to help people who were injured in the fire. James, who started working at the gas station in 2012, said he had never experienced such an event before. In all the years I've worked here, it was the first such incident. I'm glad I was able to think fast and help out, or it could have been ugly. Read pictures. What he did for me is heroic. A Cape Town man donates kidney to wife's friend. One of the injured, Solomon Sepelemain Letsolo, said he was in Johannesburg to deliver important documents when the incident occurred. The 27-year-old said he couldn't explain how scared he was. Taxi Alex was coming from the taxi stand and was on his way to the MTN nude taxi stand when we stopped by to fill up. As I was sitting and getting ready to leave, it suddenly caught fire. We were all in a panic. Everyone tried to get out of taxi, trying to open the door because taxi had no handles. It's an old taxi. We were lucky that the gas attendant came to our rescue. Letsolo said he jumped out of the window without thinking about injury. I only realized after jumping out the window that the glass hurt my hands and knees. It wasn't a bad injury and I can still walk and do anything like I used to. Letsolo said that after fire was extinguished, driver apologized for what had happened and assured them that taxi owner's son had arrived at scene and assured not to hesitate call him if they needed any medical assistance. Looking back, it was scary. I can't explain the feeling. We were all afraid for our lives. When I told my partner what had happened, he was frightened but also relieved that I was not badly injured, he added. James' manager Mfumaseni Mudalahoth praised him for his bravery. Abdullah is a very helpful person. He does his best to help his colleagues and the customers we serve every day. It's not surprising that helped, as he did when saw the fire. "I'm glad he was there to help," Mudela Hoth said.